will happen to Kate's parents if she becomes queen? It's impossible to overlook the impact they've had on her life. So the big question is, will they be recognized if she takes the throne? With all the talk and speculation about Kate's middle-class roots, the royal family's strict rules could stand in the way of any formal recognition. Kate, of course, is married to the prince and is now the Princess of Wales, with the possibility of becoming queen looking more likely. So, what happens to her parents? Will they be given royal titles or duties, or will they continue to face scrutiny because of their background? Let's dive into this intriguing situation and explore what could unfold. Before we dive into the details, let's take a quick look at Kate Middleton's background. Catherine Elizabeth Middleton was born on January 9, 1982, at the Royal Berkshire Hospital in Reading. She came into the world as part of a well-off family with some notable connections. Her parents, Michael and Carol Middleton, both worked for British Airways, Michael as a flight dispatcher and Carol as an attendant. Kate was christened on June 20, 1982, at St. Andrew's Bradfield, a local church. Kate has two younger siblings, Philippa and James. The Middleton family enjoyed some financial security thanks to trust funds. Her great-grandparents, N.L. and Olive Middleton, even hosted members of the royal family between the 1920s and 1940s. On her mother's side, though, her roots are in the coal mining industry, with that side of her family being more working class. In May 1984, the Middletons moved to Amman, Jordan for a while. During their time there, Kate attended an English-language nursery school. The family returned to Berkshire in 1986, and Kate started her education at St. Andrew's School, a private school near Pangbourne. She even became a weekly boarder there in 1987. That same year, her mother, Carol, started Party Pieces, a private mail-order company specializing in party supplies. In 1995, the family settled in Bucklebury, where Kate continued her studies at Down House School. Kate's educational journey was packed with accomplishments. At Marlborough College, a co-educational boarding school in Wiltshire, she excelled in sports, becoming the captain of the girls' field hockey team. Her dedication earned her the prestigious Gold Duke of Edinburgh Award. Kate was then offered a place at the University of Edinburgh, but she decided to take a gap year first. During this time, she studied at the British Institute of Florence in Italy, traveled to Chile for a Raleigh International program, and even worked as a deckhand at the port of Southampton. These experiences broadened her horizons and shaped her perspective before she started her formal higher education. After finishing her gap year, Kate Middleton enrolled at the University of St. Andrews in Scotland, initially pursuing psychology before shifting her focus to art history. She managed to balance her studies with a part-time job as a waitress, showing just how hardworking and determined she was. During her time at university, she became actively involved in the Lumsden Club, an organization that organized community projects and fundraisers. This involvement highlighted Kate's commitment to making a positive impact on those around her. At St. Andrews, Kate's life took an unexpected turn when she met Prince William. They initially crossed paths as students living in residence at St. Salvator's Hall, and their relationship blossomed while they both lived at Balgove House on the Strathtyne estate. Despite some ups and downs, including a brief breakup in 2004, they rekindled their romance and remained inseparable after finishing their studies. As Kate's relationship with William became more public, her family found themselves under intense media scrutiny. In November 2006, she began working part-time for a year as an accessories buyer for the fashion chain Jigsaw, while also managing her family's business, handling the website and catalog. Kate was there for some important moments in William's life, including attending his passing out parade at the Royal Military Academy Sandhurst in December 2006. But just a few months later, in April 2007, the couple briefly broke up. However, it didn't take long for the media to report that they had gotten back together. In May 2008, Kate attended the wedding of William's cousin Peter Phillips to Autumn Kelly, where she met Queen Elizabeth II for the first time. Later that year, she was present at the Order of the Garter procession at Windsor Castle, during which William was knighted. Kate also attended the wedding of Lady Rose Windsor and George Gilman in July 2008, while William was away on military duty in the Caribbean. In 2010, the couple moved into a cottage on the Bodorgan estate in Anglesey, Wales, where William was stationed for his Royal Air Force search and rescue training. Before their marriage, Kate lived with her sister Pippa in an apartment owned by their parents in Chelsea, London. Then, in October 2010, while on a trip to the Lee Wildlife Conservancy in Kenya to celebrate William's completion of his RAF course, William proposed to Kate in a remote alpine cabin. This marked the beginning of their journey toward marriage. Clarence House made the official announcement of William and Kate's engagement on 16th of November 2010, sending waves of excitement across the world. To mark this special moment, William presented Kate with an iconic engagement ring that once belonged to his late mother, Princess Diana. Before the wedding, Kate was confirmed into the Church of England on 10th of March 2011 at St. James's Palace, with her family and William by her side. On 29th April 2011, amid global anticipation, William and Kate exchanged their vows at Westminster Abbey on St. Catherine's Day, which was so significant it became a public holiday in the UK. The wedding was watched by around 300 million people worldwide, with 26 million tuning in live from Britain alone. Kate's wedding dress, a stunning creation by Sarah Burton for Alexander McQueen, took the world by storm. After the ceremony, Kate was given the title Her Royal Highness the Duchess of Cambridge, and the couple received a generous wedding gift from the Queen, Anmer Hall, a country home located on the Sandringham estate. Initially, the newlyweds lived in Nottingham Cottage in London before moving in 2013 to the much larger 4-story, 20-room apartment 1A at Kensington Palace, following a lengthy and expensive 18-month renovation costing $4.5 million. Kensington Palace served as their primary residence until their move to Adelaide Cottage in Windsor in September 2022. In December 2012, exciting news came from St. James's Palace revealing that Kate was pregnant with their first child. The announcement was made earlier than expected due to Kate's hospitalization for hyperemesis gravidarum, a severe form of morning sickness. On 22 July 2013, William and Kate welcomed their first child, Prince George, at St. Mary's Hospital in London. Kate's subsequent pregnancies were also marked by severe morning sickness, causing her to cancel official engagements. Their second child, Princess Charlotte, was born in May 2015, and their third, Prince Louis, in April 2018. These three children now hold the third, fourth, and fifth positions in the line of succession to the throne, respectively. After the passing of Queen Elizabeth II, they now stand as second, third, and fourth in line to the throne. In addition to being a dedicated mother, Catherine has embraced a wide range of royal duties. She often represents the royal family on official overseas tours and is deeply involved in numerous charitable activities. These efforts focus on causes like early childhood care, addiction, and the arts, with much of her work channeled through the Royal Foundation. Her commitment to these causes shows her genuine passion for creating positive change. Catherine is also heavily involved in over 20 charitable and military organizations, including the Anna Freud Center, Action for Children, Sports Ed, and the National Portrait Gallery. One of her standout achievements is co-founding the Mental Health Awareness Campaign Heads Together in April 2016, alongside her husband William and her brother-in-law Harry. The campaign aims to break down barriers and encourage open conversations about mental health. Her relationship with the media has been a point of scrutiny, especially as she strives to protect her privacy amidst the constant public interest. Her influence on British and American fashion has become so significant that the media refers to it as the Kate Middleton effect. Between 2011 and 2013, Time magazine recognized her as one of the most influential people in the world. On 9th of September 2022, Catherine officially became the Princess of Wales when William was named Prince of Wales by his father, King Charles III. With recent changes within the royal family, Catherine may soon be stepping into the role of Queen of England. Now let's consider the potential benefits and privileges Catherine might enjoy if she were to become queen. It's truly fascinating to think about the future of the royal family, particularly with Prince William set to ascend the throne. When William becomes king, Catherine will take on the esteemed title of Queen Consort. This transition marks a major shift in her life, one that has been coming closer with the passing of Queen Elizabeth II and Prince Charles's elevation to king. As they step into this new role, challenges are sure to arise, but the privileges and opportunities that come with being Queen Consort are exciting and transformative, promising a thrilling new chapter for Catherine. Are you curious to explore what this transition might bring? Stay tuned to find out more. Royal expert Marlene Koenig explains that until now, Catherine has been known as the Duchess of Cambridge, a title conferred upon her by Queen Elizabeth when she married Prince William. However, with the passing of Queen Elizabeth and the subsequent assumption of the throne by Prince Charles, Catherine will now be recognized as HRH Princess William of Wales. She will also inherit the title of Duchess of Cornwall, though this will only be a temporary arrangement. The real shift will occur when Prince William ascends to the throne, at which point Catherine will become Queen Consort, as per royal tradition. A Queen Consort holds the title corresponding to that of her husband, much like Prince Philip held the title of Duke of Edinburgh rather than King. When William becomes king, Catherine's role and title will be permanently altered to that of Queen Consort. Currently, Catherine and William reside at Adelaide Cottage in Windsor, though they also spend time at their private residence, Anmer Hall, in Norfolk. However, upon William's ascension, Catherine will move to Buckingham Palace, a place of immense historical and cultural significance. This will mark the beginning of a new chapter in her life, providing her with a prestigious and iconic residence that will be the center of her royal duties as Queen Consort. Regarding finances, it's estimated that William and Catherine have a combined net worth of around $50 million. However, with William becoming king, their financial situation will dramatically change. As Queen Consort, Catherine will gain access to various income streams, including the Duchy of Lancaster and the income from the royal collection, further increasing her wealth. Upon becoming queen, Catherine will also have access to the crown jewels, allowing her to wear these exquisite and historically significant pieces at various events. While the crown jewels technically belong to the British government, the monarch retains the privilege of using them during their reign. Catherine's dedication to advocating for causes related to babies and children remains unwavering. Her commitment to these causes, along with her ongoing charity work, will likely continue during her time as Queen Consort. Catherine's significant influence, combined with her philanthropy, ensures that she will carry forward the royal family's long-standing tradition of charitable work and make a meaningful impact on the world. As queen, her role will undoubtedly be marked by her dedication to making a positive difference. Despite her busy schedule balancing royal duties and raising her children, Catherine's limited free time will increasingly be dedicated to her role as Queen Consort, offering her numerous opportunities to make a global impact. As William ascends to the throne, Catherine's royal responsibilities will undoubtedly expand, with more official engagements, diplomatic travels, and opportunities to advocate for meaningful change. One possible development is the speculation that Catherine may bestow royal titles upon her parents, reflecting her future position as Queen Consort. It has been suggested that she may grant them an earldom, though the specifics of such an arrangement are yet to be disclosed. The financial and logistical implications of conferring royal titles are a topic of interest, as it would be a significant gesture by the future Queen Consort. Looking ahead, as William and Catherine assume their roles as the reigning monarchs, they are expected to follow the tradition of spending summers at Balmoral Castle in Scotland. This retreat from the public eye would offer them a much-needed break from their expanding royal duties, giving them time to recharge amid the inevitable increase in responsibilities. Now turning to Catherine's parents, there is growing curiosity about their future roles and what will unfold if Catherine becomes queen. Catherine's mother, Elizabeth Goldsmith, was born on January 31, 1955 in Paralle, London, to Ronald and Dorothy Goldsmith. She is the great-granddaughter of Jane Harrison, a coal miner's wife, whose great-grandfather was Sir Thomas Connor, the 9th Baronet. Catherine's father, Michael Francis Middleton, was born on June 23, 1949 in Leeds and is a British businessman. The couple, who have 3 children, Catherine, Pippa, and James, met in the 1970s while working at British Airways. They married on June 21, 1980, exactly 2 years before their future son-in-law, Prince William, was born to King Charles and Princess Diana. The Middleton family resided in Bucklebury, England, where Catherine grew up in the countryside, fostering her love for the outdoors. In 2019, she shared that one of her cherished childhood memories was boulder hopping in the Lake District, a tradition she fondly recalls before she transitioned into the royal family. Catherine Middleton enjoyed a life of financial comfort, largely due to her parents' successful business ventures. The Middleton family's financial legacy can be traced back to a trust fund established by Catherine's great-great-grandfather, Francis Martino Lupton. Francis had built a significant fortune that he intended to pass down to his children, but the outbreak of World War I brought tragedy. All 3 of Francis's sons were lost in battle, leaving his 2 daughters, Olive and Anne Lupton, as the only surviving heirs. The inheritance, estimated to be over $2 million in today's currency, became the cornerstone of the Middleton family's financial security, shaping their future for generations to come. Anne Lupton, one of the surviving daughters, chose not to marry, ensuring that her share of the inheritance would eventually pass on to Olive's descendants. This inheritance ultimately reached Catherine Middleton's grandfather, providing the family with financial stability. This wealth played a crucial role in establishing the groundwork for the education and future business endeavors of the Middleton children, including the founding of Party Pieces, a thriving party decoration business created by Carol and Michael Middleton in 1987. Carol Middleton was inspired to start the business while searching for decorations for Catherine's 5th birthday. In an interview with the Daily Mail in 2021, she shared, "My children inspired my business, and they have been involved from the beginning. The success we achieved has helped us create the life we currently lead. I consider myself incredibly fortunate to have found the professional fulfillment I've always sought." Carol's journey toward success began humbly at her kitchen table, where she meticulously assembled prototypes for her business. Despite facing several rejections, she persevered, pitching her products to retailers, and her entrepreneurial spirit eventually led to the opening of her shop. The Middleton family's connections to Party Pieces allowed them to enjoy a comfortable lifestyle, providing their children with opportunities to attend prestigious boarding schools. For instance, Kate Middleton, now the Duchess of Cambridge, worked as a project manager at Party Pieces before her marriage to Prince William. This financial success also enabled the family to gift their daughters an apartment, which was later sold for a significant sum, further solidifying their financial security and comfortable way of life. The background of Carol Middleton stands in contrast to the more aristocratic origins often emphasized in media narratives surrounding the British royal family. In an interview with Good Housekeeping, Carol revealed that her father worked as a builder and her mother initially worked part-time at a jewelry shop before transitioning to work at a factory. Their relentless dedication and sacrifices were instrumental in laying the foundation for the Middleton family's prosperity. Carol's journey from modest origins to becoming a self-made millionaire highlights her pivotal role in securing a comfortable lifestyle for her family. The 3 children that Carol has brought up have achieved remarkable achievement. Catherine, her eldest child, is currently married to Prince William, who will one day become King of England. Pippa Middleton, her second child, wed James Matthews, who is said to be a multi-billionaire, and James Middleton, her youngest child, has followed his mother's entrepreneurial path by becoming a successful business owner. Additionally, James Middleton is the youngest of the Middletons. Despite the fact that Carol Middleton does not come from an aristocratic family, she has definitely established herself as a significant player in the decision-making process about the future of the royal family, particularly via the achievements of her children. In light of the amazing influence that Catherine's parents have exerted on the lives of their children, it is only fair that they be recognized and honored for the efforts that they have put forth. Their path from modest beginnings to significant success is truly inspiring. Despite the fact that Catherine's parents are not of royal ancestry, there is a rising interest in the possibility that they will be publicly honored for their achievements, whether it be through honorary titles or other kinds of commemoration. When it comes to the future of the British royal family, attention is currently being directed toward the health of King Charles. The king, who is 75 years old, has been medically treated for a form of cancer that has not been disclosed. The palace has announced that despite the fact that he would be stepping back from public duties while he is receiving treatment, he will continue to execute his responsibilities as head of state. These responsibilities include handling paperwork and attending private talks with different officials. In February of 2024, Buckingham Palace made the announcement of the diagnosis, which was just a few days before King Charles was scheduled to have a normal operation for an enlarged prostate. Cancer was discovered through additional testing, although the precise form of cancer has not been disclosed to the public. Despite the fact that his health condition has caused alarm, particularly in light of reports that imply his health may be frail, the monarch continues to be dedicated to his duties, and speculation regarding the evolution of his condition continues. Katie Nicholl, a specialist on royal affairs, recently addressed the concerns that have been circulating about the king's health. She brought up the fact that the official pronouncements made by the palace and the king's intention to resume his duties ought to put an end to the speculation. As a matter of fact, Prince William, the eldest son of the king, will eventually ascend to the throne, which will result in Catherine becoming the queen consort. That being said, this also indicates that Catherine Middleton's parents, Carol and Michael, will not be bestowed with any royal titles, as the monarch is the only person who possesses the authority to bestow such titles. Additionally, it has come to light that Kate's parents are experiencing some difficulties with their finances. It has been alleged that their company, Party Pieces, is in debt to the tune of $2.6 million, and they are having a difficult time covering certain substantial bills, such as a price of $260,000 for an insolvency firm. According to sources close to the family, Carol is doing everything in her power to protect Catherine from these financial concerns. This will enable her daughter to concentrate entirely on her recovery. Despite the fact that the family is going through a difficult time, they are not asking their children for assistance since they do not want to put their children under any further strain. Catherine's relationship with her parents is very solid, and they maintain consistent communication with one another despite the difficult circumstances that the family is going through. On the other hand, Carol has made it abundantly clear that any and all business conversations are off limits for the time being, as Catherine must set her health as her top priority. It is possible that Carol will be awarded the title of Queen Mother in the future, despite the fact that it is quite unlikely that Catherine's parents will be given royal titles. Consider the possibilities of that happening. However, before delving further, it is important to discuss a few of the royal customs and regulations that are not widely heard about. To safeguard the succession sequence, for instance, there is a stringent process that has been put into place. There is a rule that states direct heirs to the throne, such as Prince William and his children, are not permitted to travel on the same flight under any circumstances. In order to avoid a catastrophe that could wipe out numerous heirs at the same time, this is being done. An additional requirement that is quite unique is that members of the royal family are always required to bring a black costume with them whenever they travel. In the event that an unanticipated death occurs within the family, this is a precautionary measure. After a somewhat tragic event, Queen Elizabeth II was forced to wait on a plane in London until a change of clothes could be provided to her after the unexpected death of her father, King George VI. This led to the establishment of the regulation. They are able to drive without a license or license plates, which is a privilege that is exclusive to the monarchy in the United Kingdom. This rule applies to even Queen Elizabeth, who is a very proficient driver despite the fact that she has never held a driver's license since she was born. While she was serving in the Army during World War II, she received training as a military driver and mechanic. This training provided her with the competence necessary to drive. The royal couple is often advised to keep things low-key when it comes to exhibiting affection in public, particularly during official events and visits overseas. This is especially true when the couple is traveling abroad. Despite the fact that there is no legal prohibition on public displays of affection, PDA, it is quite uncommon to see royal couples engaging in excessive shows of affection in public, particularly when they are representing the British monarchy on the international stage. The explanation for this is because, in order to fulfill their position as ambassadors, they are required to present themselves in a professional manner. It should be noted, however, that in casual circumstances where they might express a little bit more affection, there is greater room for flexibility. The members of the royal family have a certain manner in which they should be greeted when they are encountered. You should make eye contact and limit your handshake to only 2 or 3 pumps, with your palms open and your thumbs pointing down. For instance, if you are shaking hands with a monarch, you should make eye contact. Please keep in mind that it is considered impolite for members of the general public to begin a handshake with a member of the royal family. According to royal tradition, the royal family should be the one to extend their hand first. The royal family also has a peculiar custom during the Christmas season. They are all weighed both before and after the Christmas supper that they are having. The fact that they have gained a little bit of weight is considered to be evidence that they had a wonderful time eating their holiday feast. This peculiar custom of weighing in before and after Christmas dinner dates back to the early 1900s and has been around for quite some time. Everything began with Edward VII, the great-great-grandfather of King Charles III, who wanted to ensure that his visitors had a delicious and enjoyable meal. This was the beginning of everything. According to Ingrid Seward, an expert on royal affairs, It was anticipated that attendees would typically gain between 3 and 5 pounds if they had a genuine enjoyment of the dinner. Since her daughter Kate Middleton married Prince William, Carol Middleton has found herself in the spotlight as a result of her daughter's significant other. Nevertheless, Carol will not be able to claim the title of Queen Mother when Prince William and Catherine eventually assume the positions of King and Queen Consort. This is despite the fact that she is in the spotlight. The term Queen Mother is often reserved for the mother of the current monarch or the widow of a previous monarch after the monarch has passed away. Elizabeth Bowes-Lyon, who was the mother of Queen Elizabeth II and the wife of King George VI, is a remarkable illustration of this phenomenon. Balmoral was the location where she died away on September 8, 2022. This royal title will not be bestowed to Carol Middleton because she is not a member of the royal family, despite the fact that she will be the mother of a member of the royal family in the future. If Prince William were to become king, Camilla would be referred to be a dowager queen rather than a queen mother. This is because the same thing would happen if Queen Camilla outlived Prince Charles. A queen who is the widow of a king is referred to as a dowager queen. Nevertheless, she is only eligible to be named Queen Mother if she is also the mother of the following monarch. Consequently, it is quite improbable that Carol Middleton will be bestowed with any kind of title during the reign of King Charles or even during the reign of Prince William in the future. It is stated on the website of the royal family that the monarch of the United Kingdom is the only person who has the authority to award honorific titles. As a result, the topic of whether or not Carol Middleton may be awarded a peerage or an official royal honor is an intriguing one. In spite of the fact that new hereditary peerages are often exclusively bestowed upon members of the royal family, it is not out of the question that Carol could be bestowed with a life peerage. Nevertheless, it is highly improbable that Prince William would be granted permission to grant her one. On the other side, once Catherine is crowned queen, she may decide to include either her mother or her sister Pippa as one of her queen's attendants. Despite the fact that this would not necessarily be a peerage or an official title, it would still be a kind of honor. There is also the possibility that Prince William will appoint Carol to the Royal Victorian Order, which is a personal honor bestowed by the sovereign in recognition of the services that Carol has provided to them. There is a possibility that Carol will be awarded this accolade if she has been of great assistance to Prince William during his reign. It does not matter whether or not Carol is bestowed with a title. She will continue to play an important role in the lives of Prince William, Catherine, and their 3 children. Michael and Carol Middleton have clearly devoted themselves to the process of raising their children, and the contributions that they have made to the royal family have proven to be extremely valuable. This is the case regardless of any public or royal controversies that may have occurred. It is without a doubt that their legacy will endure, regardless of whether or not they are designated with official titles. It would not be shocking to see them acknowledged in the future, because they have been a powerful example for parents who are not members of the royal family. What do you think? Could Carol Middleton eventually be given a royal title? Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments below. Before you go, check out the other exciting videos on your screen, and don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe.